So as you can see by now, I'm making a video on a GVM light kit. Now GVM is a company I found a few years ago that made really affordable RGB panels and even an RGB chip on board light that I still have and I use a lot. So when they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check out one of their new light kits, I was very happy to do so. So let's take a look at that light kit first. So this is the kit here, this giant box that says GVM, and if you don't know, GVM stands for Great Video Maker, and yeah, kind of a generic name, but they're I think they're a Korean guy. I don't know, I'm not gonna guess. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep this giant thing on the table the whole time. I'm gonna pull each piece out one at a time. So the first thing that you see is this box here, which is a GVM box. If I guess, I would say that's probably, yep, the power supplies for both of them. And then there's two more identical boxes. If I had to guess, these are probably the stands. And yes, they are. These are the stands that come with this kit. I normally don't like light stands like this to hold lights. I normally use C-stands, but as far as light stands go, these aren't too bad. I don't like how slick they are, if this indeed is the bottom, which it is. But yeah, you can hold diffusers with them, and if you're in a pinch, it's just nice to have light stands already in your case. You have to bring one case and you're ready to go. So, these are the kind of light stands that flip out like this. And then you just invert the legs, put them where you want. Take this other side, and it goes 3 different lengths. You guys know how light stands work. It also comes with a little instruction manual. And if I haven't mentioned this by now, this is the GVM 1200D light kit. I don't know what the D stands for because it's not just a daylight light. That's normally what a D stands for, but yeah. Not on this one. So now let's check out the light itself. These are the GVM 1200D lights. Now it looks like these come with their own bar doors, but I noticed that one of them broke in shipping, so I don't know if they're very sturdy or not. That's to be determined, but at least they're a better system than their old ones. It looks like just 4 screws. I wish they were like Phillips. I hate having to use separate tools for these, but you know, I digress. So 4 screws takes them off. I'm going to do that on one of these lights now. All right, so now we have the barn doors off, and like I said before, they're just kind of flimsy, but they do the job. They are definitely better than the last version of barn doors that they put on their last light. And for now, I'm going to put it aside. So this is the bulk of the light right here. As you can see, I think the 1200 obviously stands for 1200 LEDs, and this thing just packs them in. I like that it comes with the protector in front of it this time. Kind of gives it a softer look too. The yoke has the... I used to wonder why they turned in different directions, but it's so no matter which way you were looking at the light, you always turn the one to your right away from you to tighten. So when you look at the back here, it looks pretty similar to other GVM lights. You have the NPF mounts here, the controls right here, the power, and then your switch to whether you're going from mains or battery. Now this sticker here is where it gets intriguing because you can control these bad boys with an app, which you know I'm a big fan of, so you don't have to have your lights up high and go all the way up there to control them. If you want to change something, you just control it right on your app and you're good to go. All right, so as you can see, I've turned off the lights behind me so we can kind of experiment. I have the old GVM light here and the new 1200D right here. And the first thing that jumped out to me is the better color overall that the new light has over the old light. The old light has really good colors too. It's just something feels better with the new light. I think it's just better LEDs. When I put them side by side here on the table, I'll show you how vastly the LEDs are different from one another. Let me turn on the GVM 50RS real quick. So that's the red color, which is a very nice color of the original. Let me turn... a very nice color. Let me flip through. If you're wondering why I'm turning back like this, it's so the microphone can hear me because I don't have a mic pointing that direction. Let me flip through the dial a little bit and you can see the different colors with, with me not here. So yeah, really good colors, but the new light, let me jack that one up real quick, just has a different feel to it. Let me show you what that looks like. It's just a better red, a more accurate red, and if I scroll through here, you see there's just better colors coming out of this light. Along with more output. When I put these side by side, and I did test earlier, let me show you what I found. So this is max brightness at 3200 Kelvin for the first GVM, and it came to 1183 lux when I tested it earlier. The 1200D was able to put out 2630 lux, so over double what the old light could do. And there's even more of a massive difference in daylight. At 5600 Kelvin, it came in at 3080 lux, which is just crazy. And when you go to the old one, at 5600 Kelvin, it came in at 821 lux. So 3 times as much, well over 3 times as much output in this light than this one. They both have effects. They both do really good things. It's just this one seems a little bit more high-tech. Let's get them down on the table and look at them side by side. So after pulling out the old 50RS, I want to take back what I said about the barn doors. I actually like these better. They're made out of metal. They're not nearly as breakable as these old ones here. You don't need a tool to take them out. You just need a flathead screwdriver, and they just have an overall better build quality. It's still kind of finicky the way they're set up, but I do prefer these over the new ones. Just wanted to straighten that out before we go on. So these are the two lights side by side, and they're about the same size. The reason for the extra output in this light, obviously, is the more bulbs they were able to fit, and the fact that they used LED bulbs as opposed to these chips over here. You can tell this it looks kind of DIY. It doesn't look that expensive, and this one looks a lot more sturdy. Also, the yoke on the old one only has one thing to screw it down, and on the new one it has 2. Other than that, it looks like they did a lot of similar things. The yoke itself doesn't seem to have changed all that much. The old one has these little things to keep in its little diffuser, which acts as its protector. And that's this thing here. So you would slide this in, and this would stop it from sliding all the way out and having gravity work itself. It was something that worked, but it wasn't a great success for me. When you flip it over, they look pretty similar. Obviously, the color scheme has changed, and I like them both. They both are pretty clean. I like the GVM written on the heatsink here. This heatsink is vertical, while this one is horizontal, and it has probably this big heat. The heat pipes are probably in here. I do like how it's engraved GVM here, and then the module itself looks pretty much like they use the same module, so not a lot of difference. The old GVM came with this case, which is a decent case, kind of a soft, hard case, but it came with a diffuser that had these weird things. It was a nice attempt to get the diffuser away from the light, but it just became kind of cumbersome. And so this time it seems like they really streamlined everything, and we're like, let's just make a good light and not worry about everything going on around it. Because most of the peripherals on these kind of lights, I never use anyways. I use aftermarket softboxes and aftermarket diffusion, and so I don't really use what comes with the lights anyway, so I kind of like that they streamlined their process and put all the money into the light itself. I was already excited about this light when it was sent to me, but the thing that really made me excited was when I saw that app sticker, because app integration is just so helpful. So I'm going to take you through. It's a little bit different, a little bit finicky compared to some other lights, but it's a bigger light, so it's a trade-off. Anyways, first thing you want to do is make sure Bluetooth is on your phone. Then we're going to go to the light here. You want to, right now it says it's in rotate mode. You want to take that all the way down to where it says app mode, and that will turn on the Bluetooth for the app. Then on your phone, you want to go, a very easy name to remember, just the GVM 2 app. So it's GVM LED. It starts up. And it'll bring up everything that's Bluetooth ready. You want to look for the BT LED light. Brings that up and you are ready to go. So you can turn it down, turn it up, you know, easy stuff. Change the intensity or the Kelvin rating on it. You can go to HSI mode. Take that all around, turn down the saturation on the colors you want to do, turn down the brightness. You can go into your scenes. You can adjust the brightness and cycle of the party one. Same thing with the disco. Bad bulb, you can change the color temperature of the bulb plus the brightness of that bad bulb. Lightning's pretty basic, just intensity. Cop car, the same thing. And same thing with candle. The TV effect, it's very subtle, but I like it better than some of the other TV effects I've seen because the other ones just look too much like a light. And so yeah, it's a very basic app, but it does exactly what I want it to do. And that's all I need from my app, so I don't have to be climbing up on ladders, reaching high up on my lights. I can just connect it to this and be good to go. Now, being as this is the same bracket as last time, one thing I wanted to let you guys know is there's no real lock for these batteries in here. It will be fine for these, but if you put like a V-mount lock on there, there's nothing to really lock it in place, so just be aware of that. I've never seen a battery or a plate fall off of this. It just sometimes is nice to have that extra lock in there. Just something I wanted to let you guys know. Also, while looking at the light, you can see it has these little heat vents here, which is kind of nice to dissipate some of the heat. This is no fan, so you don't have to worry about any fan noises on these. And yeah, that's always a plus. Also, I wanted to give you guys a quick look at the inside of the bag. It's pretty basic. It's got these Velcro dividers, so you can mix and match with different lights. Since I use C-stands mostly, I am probably going to put a couple dividers in here and put some of my other panel lights that I don't have a case for, and this will just be a big case full of panel lights. A lot of people always ask me on these lighting channels why I never mention CRI, and the reason is I don't put anything on this channel that doesn't have at least above a 95 CRI. I've said it before, but I'm just reiterating. These have 97% CRI, so they're right in that range that I'm looking for. Nowadays, if a light is more than $10, it should have good CRI. Like, the technology is just there. So that's why I don't mention it, even though I'm mentioning it right now. So I guess this is why I'm mentioning it. Maybe. These are available as solar lights. They're also available in 2 and 3 light kits. And I'll leave links in the description below. If you like this video, you like what I do here, I have a lot of cool things coming. I know I say that a lot, but this time I mean it. If you like what I do here, hit that like button. I promise it won't hurt you. If you like what I do here, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions about the lights or anything film related, hit me up in the comments down below. As long as you remember, this isn't a competition. Let's all rise in this business together. I'll see you guys soon.